Day 7 is in the books, and we had another amazing night of races. And of course, we're starting off with that women's 200-meter dash, especially coming off the 100. Shericka Jackson, she got second place in that 100, and she delivered here in the 200, defended her title in 21.41 seconds. A championship record, improving on her previous best of 21.45 from last year, and further getting closer and closer to that world record. Now, she said in the press conference that she had actually written down 2 times. One of them was 21.40 seconds. So she crossed the line and she was like, ugh. The second one, she didn't want to reveal. Who knows? The season isn't over yet.
Honestly, when I crossed the line and I saw the time, I was like, I'm close, you know. But definitely, I wrote 2 times on my bib today, and the slowest I wrote was 21:40. I got 21:41. So definitely, as I said, for me, I just wanted to see the race, you know. Every time I finish, I just want to see the race before I celebrate. I never know if it was legal, because I don't want to be celebrating and it's not legal. So I just wanted to look up, and when I saw it, I was like, okay then. I was super exhausted though. I'm not feeling 100%. I'm kind of under the weather, so it's not a disappointed look like, oh, I don't know, because I wrote 2 times on my bib.
What was the other time you wrote?
But I definitely can show you the 21:40 though. But it's definitely faster than 21:40.
But Shericka Jackson, amazing performance for her to, again, kind of get a little comeback from that 100-meter dash. She didn't hit her season's best there. She didn't hit her personal best there, right? But she was able to run a personal best here in the 200. She talks about how this is her favorite event. This is the event that she attacks and that she loves to run, and she proved it here. Really, once she got off the curve, it was over, right? She was significantly far ahead. She really dominated this field. And Shericka Jackson proved that when it comes to 200, she is not to be played with. This is her event, and she is gonna continue to dominate as long as she continues to run. But we do have to give a shout out to Gabby Thomas, second place, silver medal, 21.81 seconds. This is just her second global championship medal after her bronze medal at the Olympic Games in Tokyo 2 years ago. Was injured last year, so she had to really step things back up.
I mean, that is an amazing feeling. I think I learned a lot, and my coach and I learned a lot from last season, and I think we did everything really well this year and prepared myself accordingly. I mean, I showed up to the line and I was fit and I was healthy and I was in a good space mentally and physically. That being said, it's just another world championship under my belt, and I think I'm gaining a lot of experience. So I am just really excited to get back to training and work on it next year.
And listen, though she didn't run 21.6, it doesn't matter. She shows up. She's proving that she's a championship performer. She shows up no matter where it's at. Tokyo, in Eugene, or here at the World Championships in Budapest. So huge shout outs to Gabby Thomas and getting that silver medal. And then bronze medal, Sha'Carri. 2 medals here at these championships, gold in the 100-meter dash and then bronze in this 200-meter dash. Personal best of 21.92 seconds, improving that personal best she set at the USA Championships in that final to make the team.
I just want to say I feel amazing. I'm grateful to actually be here, my first World Championship, and to leave and I just won with 2 medals. And I think I just saw something that said I'm the first American woman since 2011 to actually medal in both the 1 and the 2. So I'm extremely grateful to be able to have that title back home.
I would say for the most part, a lot of people probably had this order: Shericka, Gabby, and Sha'Carri. Some people like myself, I definitely had Dina Asher-Smith getting onto the podium, but she unfortunately didn't have the greatest of championships. But this really did go to form. I'm just super amazed to see Shericka Jackson running 21.41 seconds. I mean, she's running 21.4 super consistent. She's run 21.5. I mean, listen, the world record is coming. The world record is very much coming. Do not sleep on what Shericka Jackson has for us. And don't sleep on the rest of the ladies, right? Julian Alfred. Julian Alfred has had a very long collegiate season. She's been running since like December. So for her to come here and get the 4th place finish in 22.05 seconds, huge shout outs to her and what she was able to do.
You've been competing since what, like January or something? Since December, right? Talk about that journey to be able to fight through the entire season and still make it here and perform in both finals.
All thanks to God and my coach. I know God, He kept me healthy, same as my coach, and thanks to His team. I think just the way my coach had his program, the program for us, we still have the strength to come out here and still execute and still perform to our very best.
5th place, Daryl Nita. Now, you know that Daryl Nita was one of my sleeper picks. I said she has an outside shot to get onto the podium, but she finished here with a personal best of 22.16 seconds for the 5th place spot. she was amazing here throughout the rounds, right? She got a personal best in the semis, personal best in the final. So a lot more to come from Daryl Nita, really proving herself.
I always aim to be on a podium. Whenever I turn up, I want to win, and that just is what it is. And I say it all the time, and I know people think I'm pretty delusional, like, she's nowhere near, she doesn't run fast enough. I don't care. I get on the plane, I travel to where I'm going, and I want to win. I feel like every athlete should have that in their minds. That should be your aim. But for me to come here, set personal bests, come 5th in the final, just shows that I'm aiming for the right things and I'm getting closer, and that's all that really matters.
And a lot of the other women really showed up. But again, Shericka Jackson, gold medal, amazing performance. I am so hyped to see what Shericka Jackson is going to do in the future. Gabby Thomas is going to be right there. And Sha'Carri Richardson, she is going to be making an impact and waves for years to come as well. Now, men's 200-meter dash. I mean, the Noah Lyles show. We saw that there were some, hiccups, yesterday with the whole golf cart crash, but whatever it was, Noah Lyles proved that this is his era. This is his era of 200-meter sprinting, and he is here to stay. Double gold in the 100 and in the 200-meter dash. He pulls off the double, 19.52 seconds. Now, it wasn't the 19.3 or 19.2 that I honestly expected, but he really showed up. And Noah Lyles, this was super dominant because he won by over 0.2 of a second. Noah Lyles basically controls the field. He's going to win the race, and it just is a matter of how fast.
Reached the level that I believe 5 other male sprinters have ever achieved. Just became the double world champion. Still running fast. Ran against an amazing field in both sides. You shoot. What a world championships. The double is done. It's done. It's alive. It's thriving. I can talk a lot about not having pressure, but of course there's going to be pressure no matter what. And I remember waking up today and, it's different from the 100. The 100 is fun. But the 200, this is personal to me. This is where I stay. This is where I've learned how to race. This is where I've gone against my biggest competitions. This is my 3rd one. So when I said I took this personally, it was very personal. I knew that I had many guys who were coming out here with the idea of taking this from me. And to be honest, they have the ability to. And after what happened in Tokyo, I said that I don't believe in deserving to win anymore. You take the win. And today I had to take that win again. Because just because I won it 2 years in a row does not mean that it belongs to me.
19.52 seconds. Let's be clear. This is not a slow time, right? We can count the amount of times that sub-19.6 has won a global championships. Usain Bolt era, and then when else, right? Noah Lyles. So this is not a time to just scoff at and say, oh, 19.5, well, it's not 19.3, it's not. Listen, this was a very fast time. Could have been faster, but Noah Lyles, 3-peats on the World Championships, 2019, 2022, 2023, and he also becomes the first person since Bolt to win 3 consecutive World Championship 200-meter gold medals. Now, granted, Bolt has won the championship gold in the 200 4 consecutive times, right? 2009, 2011, 2013, and 2015. Remember, he didn't run it in 2017, but Noah Lyles, he could probably match that, right? We're getting to Tokyo 2025. He's definitely still going to be in form. 2027 is going to be a reach. I still think Noah Lyles is going to be in form to, be able to put something down, but I don't know if he's going to be able to surpass, but I definitely think he can match Bolt on that. But regardless, Bolt is still the GOAT, right? We're not talking about surpassing Bolt at this moment. Noah Lyles just proves that this is his generation. So silver medal though, Erriyon Knighton. Now, huge shout outs to Erriyon Knighton for being able to step it up every single year since he became a pro. 2021 at the Olympics, he got 4th place just outside the medals in Tokyo. 2022 at the World Championships, he got the bronze medal behind Kenny Bednarek and behind Noah Lyles. Now in 2023 at the World Championships, he just surpasses Tebogo to get a silver medal. He is looking at so much progression. I mean, at this point, are you saying that he's going to get gold? He just keeps going up and up and up. Still going to be tough with Noah Lyles, but I have to give a huge shout out to Erriyon Knighton and all the progress that he's been able to make, how he's been able to remain grounded and continuously learn at every single global championships that he goes to.
Well, the main thing I learned is just to come on the line and just be ready to run because, like Noah said, I mean, people in every other lane just want to claim the first spot, and me, I just want to be able to claim that first spot and be able to get on the podium. So, for me, it's just experience every time I get on the track.
And then, of course, the bronze medal, Lyles Tobogo, 19.81 seconds. Huge performance for him. Now, it wasn't a personal best, but for him to be able to come through and actually get a bronze medal, think back to his past 2 years at the World Junior Championships. He won the 100 in 2021 World Juniors, won the 100 in 2022 World Juniors, and then got the silver medal both times in 2021 and 2022. So people spoke about him having an issue with running the rounds and different things like that. Well, he showed up here. A bronze medal, of course it's not gold, but considering he's going up against Noah Lyles, considering he's going up against Erya Knighton, right? Everyone else, Kenny Benerick, Andre DeGrasse, right? Alex Ogando, Zarno Hughes. There were so many people in this field that Lyles Tobogo's bronze medal here is an amazing performance.
It really means a lot. It really shows that we're on the right track, you know, moving forward for the Olympics and for the other upcoming competitions. And the 200-meter bronze is a bonus for us because it was just to see how the body is going to respond after 6 rounds at the world stage, you know, because we only did that at the junior level. So now at the world stage, it gave us a bronze medal. So I'm really happy about it.
Erya Knighton, silver medal, continuously stepping things up every single year. And then Noah Lyles. This is the Noah Lyles era of the 200 meters, and it seems like he is not stopping. He controls this race. If he runs 19.5, everyone else runs a little bit slower. If he runs 19.3, everyone else is going to be running, you know, in line with that. So amazing performances with the 200 meters across the board for the men.
Well, it's been a while, you know. I have just run off some of the rust on me, but I'm sure tomorrow will be good. As I said, I just come out here having fun, execute. My teammate, the button was good, but there's a little bit need to adjust, but everything is good.
Now, let's talk about those 4x1s. They finally kicked off today out at the World Championships. And listen, we saw USA, Jamaica, and Japan in the same heat. USA, they got the win in their heat, 37.67 seconds. We saw Christian Coleman, Fred Curley, Brandon Carnes, and JT Smith running. The only real hiccup they had was JT Smith on that anchor. He almost got walked down on that anchor. I mean, that gave me shades of what, 2021 with Cravon Gillespie when he got ran down, hawked down in the Olympic heats and didn't qualify to the finals, but they were able to qualify and get the win here. But Jamaica just on their inside. Akeem Blake, Oblique Seville, Raheem Ford, and Rowan Watson. Listen, Watson, he almost ran down the United States. They just got edged out, 37.68 for Jamaica, but regardless, they both qualified through to the final. And then Japan, 37.71. So great performances across the board for them in that heat. But Italy, in their heat, second heat, they actually got the world lead, 37.65 seconds. And of course, Jacobs was running. Of course, Tortu was running, right? So I don't know if they're going to win, but they had a really strong team. I'm also looking at South Africa. South Africa has a very, very strong team. Akani Simbine, Clarence Munyai, right? Benjamin Richardson, and then Sean Masangwani, right? I think that Akani Simbine really wants to get on this podium. They've been missing out on the 4x1 podiums as well, but I think Simbine is going to be out on a vengeance.
I think as a team, we're getting better and better each time we run. This is a new team, you know, and I'm like one of the last of the old breed, you know. So I'm just happy that the guys are getting it done, and you know, we are not dropping the bat, you know, because the last championships it was just always dropping the bat and dropping the bat and dropping the bat, and then the guys are more confident with each other. We have good chemistry around each other, and I think that's a big key to our success right now.
Now, we know on the men's 4x1 final, Noah Lyles is going to be running the anchor. He's already said it. And so I don't know if someone's going to replace Brandon Carnes on the turn. Originally, I thought it was going to be Kenny Benerick, but you know, I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen. They may just, you know, bring in Noah Lyles in that final. So we're going to see. And just a quick shout out to Noah Lyles. If he's able to run the anchor and win gold here, he would be the first man to win, you know, triple gold since Usain Bolt has done it a trillion times, right? And then before that was Tyson Gay in 2007. And then I think before that was Maurice Green in 1999. So someone definitely fact check me on that. Even before Maurice Green, I think Carl Lewis was the last one to do it as well. But amazing performances across the board for these guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in that men's 4x1. But listen, it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tight one. Jamaica's looking good. Italy, you know, they may pull something off, but the United States, you know, I think they're going to be in the driver's seat for the time being. Get the handoffs right, though. On the women's side, Jamaica was in the driver's seat in their heat, 41.70 seconds. A really strong performance for them. Brianna Williams, Elaine Thompson-Herah, Sasha Lee Forbes, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price to run that anchor. Now, they're going to be bringing in Shericka Jackson for the 4x1 final. Not sure exactly what leg she's going to run. You know, she usually does run the anchor, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price ran it here. So not exactly sure how they're going to switch things up. I'm sure that, you know, Sasha Lee Forbes is probably going to be taken off, but we're going to see what they do.
You know, it's been a good pleasure to be here. I got a good blowout, even though I wasn't in for the individual, but I'm still excited to be here, to be a part of the relay pool, and I think I did pretty well. We have done a lot of exchanges. We trusted each other to pass the baton around. We got a season's best, and for the finals of that chemistry to get the changes well and to be on the podium, hopefully.
And Great Britain, listen, don't sleep on Great Britain and what they're going to do. Daryl Nita just ran a personal best in the 200. Dinasha Smith hasn't been at her best, but I know they're going to be bringing her in. They managed to qualify 42.33 seconds. So, they're in a strong position to potentially challenge for a medal, but, we're looking at the United States and Jamaica for the, challenge for that gold medal. United States, they ran Tamari Davis, Tawanisha Terry, Tamara Clark, and Melissa Jefferson. They had a little bit of a hiccup. I think it was on the second handoff between Terry and Clark, right? It took a little bit of time, right? Tamara Clark might have gone out a little bit early.
Yes, as the incoming runner, I was very aware of that, and it was my part to let Tamara know, the outgoing runner, she can't see what's going on behind her, to be able to tell her, Tamara, slow down. And I don't think she heard it because the crowd was so big, but I still did my part, and I didn't give up on her. I still pushed through the zone and did what I needed to do and push it through to her.
Regardless, they qualified through 41.59 seconds. If they ran 41.59 with a bad handoff, I mean, listen, they're very much going to run fast. It sounds like Sha'Carri Richardson is going to be running in the 4x1. Gabby Thomas was a little bit mysterious about if she's going to be run. She just spoke in the press conference in the 200 meters.
You still have ambitions of running in the finals of the 4x1 and 4x400 relays?
I hope so.
When are you notified about the relays? When do they tell you if you're going to be on the relay team?
That's a good question.
With an answer or with not an answer?
I guess we'll find out tomorrow when we run, and then the next day when we run the 4x4.
So not sure if she's going to be running on the 4x1 or even the 4x4, but just behind them, Côte d'Ivoire, I am very much convinced that they are going to get the bronze medal, and Marie-Josée Talou is going to get some redemption from the 100 and the 200 meters here. They just broke the African record running 41.90 seconds. Now, they had broken the national record multiple times, I think once or twice this year, but the African record was 42.10 seconds set by Nigeria at the World Championships last year, actually in Eugene, right? They had broke it at the Commonwealth Games, but because of disqualification, unfortunately, that didn't count. So we're going to see Côte d'Ivoire really step things up. I'm super confident in them getting the bronze. Well, listen, Great Britain could really step things up, but Côte d'Ivoire, they're going for a medal, and I really want to see Talou get a medal. But this is going to be a great competition between the United States and between Jamaica. I would say the United States has a slight edge here, right? Because, again, they're going to bring in Sha'Carri Richardson. That's going to give them a significant edge when we're talking about the speed department. If they bring in Gabby Thomas, that's going to be two women who are extremely fast. And then look on the side of Jamaica. Now, Elaine Thompson-Herah, she's going to be running. Unfortunately, she's not as fast as last year. And same thing with Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. She's not as fast as last year. But I will say Jamaica does have an edge because they're only going to be switching in Shericka Jackson to run on their relay. Camaraderie and the handoffs is a huge part of the relay. So look at a team like Japan, right? They don't have the fastest guys on the track, but because they are able to have some amazing handoffs, they're able to win medals at the World Championships. So I think that Jamaica has an edge in terms of substitutes, but the United States might have a slight edge right now in terms of speed. I don't know, but this is why I love it. I'm looking to see a relay just like we saw last year with a race to the finish line between the two teams. And then listen, Côte d'Ivoire, they're hopefully going to get on that podium, but Great Britain is lurking. I don't know. We're going to see what happens, but let me know what you think about the 4x1s, both on the men's and the women's side, and what you think is going to happen when we get to the finals just tomorrow. But for the final event, we need to talk about this women's triple jump. This was one of the top performances that we've seen in the triple jump for such a long time. We had two women go over the 15-meter barrier, and this was down to the wire. We're talking about to the last jump. First off, throughout the entire competition, Yulima Rojas was low-key kind of struggling, right? She was fouling, she wasn't hitting some of her top jumps, but on the sixth and final jump, 15.08 meters to shoot to the top of the podium and get another world championship win. Yulima Rojas is super, super dominant, and she times things to perfection. I mean, listen, sixth and final jump. I don't even remember what place she was sitting in. It might have been like sixth or seventh or something like that, but she pulled through, again, 15.08 meters. She is the GOAT of the women's triple jump, and she proved exactly that here. Now, silver medal, Marina Beck-Romanchuk. She actually took the lead very early. Her first jump was 15 meters. That is just off her personal best, I think, of 15.03 meters from the European Championships last year, but she pulled off a silver medal here. It still boggles my mind how Marina Beck-Romanchuk was a long jumper for so long, and she only started learning the triple jump, I think, indoors last year. So huge performance for her. And then Perez Hernandez, she got the bronze medal in 14.96 meters. You know, she really showed up. I think this was on her first jump. She got 14.96 meters. So amazing performance. She's been having a very, very consistent season. So great to see her on the podium. But listen, that's not it. This was an extremely deep competition. Just behind her, Shanika Ricketts, who has been the consummate performer when it gets to the championships, she showed up here, but just came up short, jumping 14.93 meters. Fourth place, 14.93. Fifth place was Thea Lafond. She was my sleeper pick, and she jumped a national record of 14.90 meters. Entering this competition, Thea Lafond had jumped 14.67 meters, I think, was her personal best, and now she's at 14.90. Amazing performance for her. So you're talking about, and then even I completely forgot about Povea, who jumped 14.87 meters for sixth place. So you're talking about the top 6 women at 14.87 meters or higher. Last year, I think Tori Franklin actually won the bronze medal with 14.7 meters. So for all these women, the top 6 women to jump 14.8 or higher, listen, I am loving the triple jump. We still have some time to, you know, before we get back to that era of the 2004, 2008, when 5 or 6 women were jumping 15 meters consistently, but amazing performance in the triple jump, amazing performances in the 200. Again, let me know what you think about the men's and the women's 4x1s. Who do you think is going to win? What times do you think are going to be run? Definitely let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.